Welcome to Behind the Scenes, the podcast where we delve into the diverse perspectives of the brilliant minds at Entura, one of the world's most experienced power and water consulting firms. This podcast comes to you today from Nipaluna, Hobart, the traditional country of the Moina people of the Southeast Nation. We acknowledge the Tasmanian Aboriginal people and their ongoing connection to culture and country, and the traditional owners of other lands people are joining from today. We pay our respects to their elders, past and present, and extend that respect to any Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander people listening today. Join us as we explore the stories of talented individuals shaping a sustainable future, discover who they are, uncover the intricacies of their role, and explore what drives their passion. Get ready for an insider's view into the heartbeat of Entura and the journey toward a more sustainable tomorrow. My guest today is Mohammad Al-Abbadi. Mohammad is a project manager with several years' experience in providing expertise in the effective delivery of projects in multiple sectors, including power and industrial utilities. Mohammad has experience in project management, analysis and control, cash flow and budget control. Mohammad led the delivery of various projects in renewable energy, secondary systems, primary systems, grid connection studies. He has worked on projects with customers and contractors in Australia, the Middle East, Europe, East Asia and Southeast Asia. Mohammad holds a Master's in Engineering Project Management and was awarded the JTI Sustainability Award in 2018 in Geneva, Switzerland. Welcome, Mohammad.
Thanks, Mark.
So the very first question we'll start with today is, who are you?
Right. So my name is Mohammad, Senior Project Manager as an occupation. Currently working in Entura. I grew up in Jordan. I just moved to Australia about 5 years ago now. And
So growing up in Jordan, did you always want to be an engineer?
Not really.
Okay.
So, and when you're a kid, you remember those moments where you had something about future career and all of that. The only memory that sticks to my mind is, I think, second or third grade, like just asking that random question in the classroom. And I remember I said, I want to study astronomy. And that one of the few memories that stick to my mind about future career. To be honest, other than that, nothing really sticks. I think it's just, going through the school, interest in different things here and there. But I didn't actively seek or pursue education in a way to target a specific career until I reached high school, which is equivalent to college here. Yeah. So.
And so what kind of drew you into the engineering? Or did you have a natural gift for maths or problem solving or?
Yeah, I generally enjoyed physics and mathematics, and that was a late discovery because in the primary or secondary school or middle school, whatever it's called in Jordan, I didn't particularly enjoy those subjects, and I didn't know that I actually like it. But I think I just wasn't studying enough. So we had that system where it's the last year, whatever your GPA you get, it will dictate what you can study. So I kind of start studying hard. And then I found out that I really like physics and mathematics. I did not like biology and those kind of fields. I ended up getting a high school that qualified me to study almost whatever I want in Jordanian universities. And I was like, okay, medicine or engineering, which is typical options for in the Middle East. So I was like, I enjoy numbers. So I started engineering.
Yep.
Yeah, so that was really it.
Okay. And so in the Australian system, there's the common first year and a half of common subjects, and after that time you kind of specialise in the different areas. Is that the same sort of system, or is there a different way that you chose mechanical?
No, it's a bit different in Jordan. You select whatever discipline of engineering you will enroll in. There are mutual common subjects in the first year, and there are elective subjects and modules you can select from other disciplines, and even sometimes from other faculties. Just like mechanical engineering, did a bit of research about it, asked a few people, the extended family, and they said, yeah, it's nice. It's got a wide range of of opportunities. And at that time, the renewable energy was starting to pick up, and the more news about it in the region, given the history of Middle East and even the present of being really dictated by oil and gas and all of that. So at that time, there's ramp up in the renewable energy, and mechanical engineering can lead to that without being limited only to it. So just kind of play your options and go something that has a lot of different opportunities.
So from the early days, you were drawn to that renewable energy side of things?
Yeah. It was an interesting topic to hear about, especially like mid-2000s in the Middle East, and especially with all the political situation there. And there was always discussing about what's the alternative, what's next for the region. Talks about, especially for a country like Jordan.
Yeah. And did you feel like you were on the cutting edge of what was going on in Jordan at that time, like at the beginning of that kind of transition?
Yeah, it felt like there was generally good feeling about it. Like people were like, this new field, it might help. So there will be opportunities here. There will be some investments in this field. Just went with it. And
So finishing up university, what was the next step after that?
Yeah, I was planning to study masters straight away. During the university, I studied different elective modules. I really enjoyed the bit about the thermodynamics more than the applied mechanics, like energy conversion, all of that, bits and pieces. And then I wanted to study masters, but that was another. I was thinking about what topic I would study. So it was, do I study something in renewables? Do I study something in just a bit more generic in mechanical engineering? Or I can study project management. The idea to study project management really came because I kind of wanted another skill set to add on top of the engineering. So I looked a few module plans for universities in England. I was planning to study in England and found a course that worked well for me, engineering project management. It talks about general management aspects, also the financial side of things, accounting basics, quality, production, all of that. So I thought, that's good. So studied that, and from that point, I started to go more towards the project management side of things more than the engineering itself as in discipline. Yeah.
Okay. So after you finished your masters, it was off to the big wide world to get a job, I assume.
Yeah. Actually, I did 1 year of work before masters while I was waiting for the approvals and all of that. So I did one job in Jordan. It was more a supplier for industrial utilities, mainly for factories, like for cement factories, those large furnaces and all of that, and then the cooling towers for furnaces. So that involved mix of commercial skills, like the tendering and all of that, and the technical specifications and the pricing and the cost estimation, all of that. So it all helped in developing that commercial sense of engineering. Then I went back from England to Jordan, start looking for a job. I was fortunate to find a job in an international company, manufacturing plant, works in Jordan. And they had some really interesting projects around that time, and started working with them. And they were focused, they had a global vision to be CO2 neutral at some point. So we were doing some projects that help in achieving that, at least for our facility, manufacturing facility. So to me, that was the perfect opportunity. Engineering mix, project management mix, something renewable. And they had some really generous budgets. So it was good. Like you can do the fancy engineering things, you can see it happening. So there were some really cool projects there.
Yeah, fantastic. How long have you been with Entura for?
Entura, 4 years.
Okay.
Four,
yeah, okay. And so what brought you to Entura?
So I decided to migrate to Australia. I started the visa, migration, all of that. So I was sponsored by Tasmania. So I had to come and live in Tasmania for a while. And even when I'm back in Jordan, I was searching what opportunities are there, and Hydro Tasmania and Entura were always like, forefront of it, like cool projects, hydropower, renewable energy, consulting business. So I even started applying for some jobs before coming to Australia. And then when I came in 2019, I applied for a job. It was project manager for grid connection. And then, I got that job. And meanwhile, I was applying jobs in other places. But to me, that was the place where I really wanted to be even before coming to Australia. And it worked well.
Yeah, and it seems like it's that culmination of all of the things that you've kind of outlined, the project management, the engineering, and in that renewable space, it kind of all comes into one with Entura.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
So when you arrived at Entura, you were in the delivery team, and what sort of projects were you thrown into?
Yeah, one of the first projects was a grid connection study for a wind farm developer in the mainland, and that was like mainly focused on those type of projects at the beginning. Also looking after Tas Networks as a client. So those two areas were my focus at the beginning, first couple of years, and they're really interesting projects, different than what I witnessed before.
How?
Different. They're very in the grid connection space, they're very fluid. They're very dynamic, bit agile. So that was challenging. So that was nice. It's a different area. And with Tas Networks, I had that opportunity to work with the client not only on specific projects basis, it was also building that part of client relationships. So there were some works about developing some program reports, meeting with the client frequently just to look after the whole portfolio of what we do for Tas Networks. So that helped me in having that perspective, looking at one level, one step higher than a dedicated project. So
so it sounds like what really kind of blows your hair back is that holistic and almost a human element to the projects that you're doing. Would that be fair to say?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. Generally, I'm interested in humans more than anything else, in people. I like having conversations. People who sit around me in the office, they know I like to talk about everything. I'm generally interested in listening to people talking about different things, even though I don't know. I had no idea about. I'll be curious. I'll be intrigued. I'll go back home and just search, what was that? So I'm interested in people, right? And that's kind of, I would say, kind of helped me in or it contributed that I pursue a career in project management. Because the idea of project team working together to deliver a common goal, objective, target, I really like it, right? And away from work, I like team sport. I don't like individual sport. And that's been all my life. I just like the idea of group of human working together to achieve something. It's just, this area is really fascinating to me. I totally understand and appreciate that some people, their skill set in mastering something and being extremely good at it to really high levels, but that's their own thing. I like the idea of working with people. So in Entura, I really had the opportunity working with a lot of smart people, really nice, really knowledgeable, not only about work, about different things in life, really, just have a lot of conversations. But in work, they're really experienced, knowledgeable, and happy to share and learn and make others learn. Just to me, it's really great opportunity. They're happy just to talk to me about the projects they do, explain a bit more details from technical point of view. Happy to answer my questions, happy to answer everyone's questions. And sometimes when you have young people or graduates on the projects, it's really great to see how they take the time and patience just to train those people. And it's just great, like that kind of organization where the knowledge flow in every way. Really like that.
Yep. So thinking about the projects that you've worked on recently, are there any that stand out as favourites?
I generally like challenging projects. but also when you have the means and tools to resolve that challenge or to overcome it, right? Because that's kind of the sign of having a mature and a mature attitude towards things, right? Challenges are nice, but if you can't do it, you can't do it. There's no idea of doing it. And we operate a business, right? We want to be responsible about the challenges we take. So yeah, some of the projects we had with some clients, they were either commercially challenging or technically not well. As consultants, it's our role to educate and upskill, and to educate and work with the clients to increase their knowledge and expertise in any area, so we can deliver the project successfully together. That sometimes can be challenging, but when we have the tools and means to do that, that'll be great. Just really great feeling after when you hear that the client is happy about the work we've done. They truly appreciate that. So yeah, one of the first projects that I had, it was a grid connection study for a client, and it was really great. Once we finished the work, the client wrote a really nice email saying, "Oh well, thank you guys, it was great," and almost named everyone in the project. It was great that I actually remember the name of everyone who was involved in the project, so that felt really great. And they were like, "How are we keen to do more work in the future?" and so on. So that was really great. In some other areas, it was the learnings that you have and you implement in the next, and you share across, right? Like, yeah, I always like the idea of, okay, we had some challenging situation, we had some lessons learned. I'd like just to talk to others about it, right? To share that knowledge across in the organization. Yeah.
So in the project management space, what would you say to someone, be that a young engineer or some other young professional who is looking to, I guess, specialise or get into purely project management as a discipline?
Yeah, I genuinely believe that Entura is one of the best places, not only in Tasmania, in Australia, that you can have a career in project management itself as discipline and a skill set. Because the scope of work that we do, the range of services we deliver to clients, really wide range, and they vary. Like the technical people can go on about this for days, right? We just do really different services in different parts of the world, in different parts of the engineering universe. But the model that we use of having project managers with project management discipline and skills to manage those projects is really unique and great, and it works well for us. And this way, you will have the engineers working better because they know that they work in an environment and a team that the project management, the commercial side of things is looked after by someone who's qualified, competent to do that. The project managers, they'll feel themselves, I'm doing the things that I've learned. I'm having the technical support that I need from the team, and I can grow my skills and pursue a career in that. And it will be really helpful and satisfying for someone curious like myself. I like to do different projects in different teams. So you can always have that feeling of doing totally different projects for different clients, but you still can manage them. You still can add value, and you learn yourself. And also, you can actually have some of the transferable skills. You see something that work well for a team in the electrical space, for example. You go and do something with this civil space. You say, oh, look, there are some things that work well here. So sometimes you can add value there, and you can also learn from how teams do things differently. So yeah, Entura is a great place for that. Really highly recommended if someone is interested in the project management itself.
So moving forward, do you see yourself continuing in the project management area? Do you think you might like to go back to some of the technical engineering work? Is there another direction that you think you might take?
Oh, okay. Let me think. I actually don't know.
Okay, that's okay.
Yeah. This question is on my mind all the time. It's yeah. In general, I don't know. Like, is generalist award that can be used? Generalist. Like,
yep.
Yeah. Like, I like learning bits and pieces about everything.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I always thought about, okay, well, I use my engineering skills to have more deep technical knowledge in some area. But every time I try that, I get distracted by other stuff because I just get curious, right? And follow opportunities here and there. I really don't know what's next, but I think what I know for sure that there are enough opportunities in Entura for growth and learning, and I'm keen to any opportunities that
come through. Yeah. So with the project management space, because it's so diverse and so much, well, I was going to say more complex, but it's not more complex than engineering. You've got to touch on and have that generalist view on, as you say, everything, all the engineering disciplines, the project management, the timelines, the budgetary stuff. It seems like it's a lot of kind of spinning plates. So it definitely keeps you busy. And it sounds like that's the sort of thing that really gets you going.
Yeah, pretty much, yeah. Exactly.
So in your current position, you've got a wide and varied team that you work with, both in the delivery team, which is where you are sat at the moment, but then as we talked about, you touch a whole bunch of other teams as well. Can you give me a bit of a view on what that looks like?
There's something really great about the way that Entura works, which I think helped big time during COVID and working from home. Because for a lot of other organizations, there was that office culture, people work together in the office only, etc. And then suddenly you have to work remotely. For Entura, it worked well because we have office in India, we have office in Melbourne, we have people working remotely in South Australia, Queensland, all over Australia. So we had the systems and tools and the culture of working with people remotely. Fast forward to today. One of the things that I really enjoyed, actually, I worked with a lot of people in Melbourne office during those years, and sometimes you talk to them on a daily basis and you see them virtually, face to face, but you never actually met the people in real life. And then they either come down to Hobart office or I go to Melbourne, and then you meet people, and just it's that great, nice feeling of, I'm familiar, but it's the first time they actually can see you there. So that works really well for Entura, and you can feel that there's no barriers between the different teams. And even among the teams themselves, like in the delivery team, we have project team staff based in Melbourne. That works really nice, works really well for us. As well, we're working with India office in some projects, and that integration is going really well. And we're working on improving that. We have some people relocating and working in Queensland, and I only knew that after a few months, which was it's a sign that things are working well. You don't even feel that. Yes.
So Entura's vision is a sustainable energy future for all. What does that mean to you?
To me, this is a vision not only for Entura, for the society we live in. I'd like to be part of. It'd be really great to have more, of course, sustainable, renewable energy around Australia, around the world, and that's a challenge that everyone is facing now, and everyone is acknowledging. And I think Entura are at the forefront of that. I feel with the way we do our work, with the engineering knowledge we have, with the experience, and not only the engineering knowledge, all the technical knowledge we have, all the people that we have in Entura, we're really well suited to support in that. And I like the fact that it's for all, right? It's not exclusive. Of course, there's always going to be commercial aspect of it. You're operating a business, but also that feeling of enabling everyone to be part of that. And we do this, but we're one of the best organizations in the world to do that because of our links with Hydro and the experience and knowledge we have managing our own assets, and we share that in terms of consultancy services to external clients. So I think that really works very well, and it's aligned with my view of the world about sharing for others.
And do you find that does it feel particularly important or pertinent coming from an oil and gas environment to now to a clean and green, sustainable, renewable type of environment?
Yeah, I can talk. We can talk about this for long, but I can simply mention the situation in my home country, in Jordan. So Jordan is in the Middle East, oil and gas rich region, except Jordan. Jordan is really poor country in terms of oil and gas resources. So all of our power generation, we import natural gas and oil from neighboring countries. And that always put economical pressures, political pressures on Jordan. And then we found out that the solar energy works really well in Jordan. They have the really high potential for it. So there was lots of mega solar farms, especially in the south of the country. There were lots of wind farms, and I think now up to 35% of the energy at peak it can be renewable. That's good. So yeah, it's essential for a lot of people, around the world. And here in Tasmania, we're really well suited, best suited for that, given the hydro and its contribution to the Tasmanian power consumption. So yeah, it feels great. It feels great that knowing that your footprint, as in CO2 footprint, is less and less. And driving around Tasmania, passing those power stations and knowing it's like, oh, that's great. We participated in that. I know what's happening here. It really feels great. I feel the impact that you're doing. And also, for example, when we do grid connection studies or design for solar farms or wind farms or battery energy storage, and once you get that approval and letter to connect and approval, and you start doing the design, you hear the news, they started doing the design and the construction, and then our team got to do the commissioning, and you feel, oh, it's built, it's operational. It feels great. You feel, okay, well, we had real impact on the world here, and that helps.
And we're doing all of that from Tassie.
Yeah, that's great. Yeah, like it's just everything from here, that knowledge we share, not only to rest of Australia, also to international clients. It's really, really cool.
It is.
Yeah.
Mohammad, thanks for your time today. It's been really great to talk to you about your journey from Jordan to England and then to our great state of Tassie and all the wonderful things that you're doing in the project management space. So thanks for your time.
Thanks, Mark.
Thank you. And thank you for watching this episode of Entura Behind the Scenes. Keep an eye out for the next episode coming soon. Thank you for joining us on this insightful journey behind the scenes at Entura. We hope you've gained valuable insights into the incredible individuals driving sustainable innovation. If you've enjoyed today's episode, don't forget to subscribe, rate, and leave a review. Stay tuned for more inspiring conversations as we continue to explore the people and stories shaping our sustainable future. Connect with us on LinkedIn and Facebook and find out more about the work we do at entura.com.au. Until next time, this is Mark signing off from Entura's Behind the Scenes, where sustainability meets inspiration.